it was important for me to give an idea of how Rodin showed his own works.
And Rodin was great at showing emotion in his sculpture.
The main inspiration behind my collection was my husband.
Like the thinker behind me, I'm pausing for thought. Welcome to our coverage of the Rodin exhibition. As you step into the building, the first thing you see are these three amazing sculptures and these magnificent columns, and also the new paint. This is really exciting. I'm standing with one of the main sponsors of the museum.
Involved with the Rodin Museum for 6 decades. And his passion, his magnificent obsession, I am a guardian of the collection.
This is one of the first pieces you notice as you walk into the exhibition. I particularly like it because she's wearing a hat and she's overlooking the beautiful gardens. This is another classic example of how a smooth face is protruding from a jagged rock. It's really quite beautiful. Behind me is one of Rodin's finest pieces. This one is called The Kiss, and it's not to be missed. You can see why. And why is this one of your favorite pieces?
I believe The Kiss is one of my favorite pieces because I'm a romantic, you know? And this was the exact moment when two people overcome with love couldn't help themselves but to reach out, and this is their first kiss. Wonderful for that moment, but what happened after that moment, not so good. It was the brother of her fiancé that she was kissing. So he was immediately axed, and things didn't go so well. But knowing that there was so much passion, knowing that they couldn't stop themselves, that's what's so overwhelming.
Behind me is a ceramic piece. It's beautiful, really fragile, and one of a kind. One of the refreshing things about Rodin is that he was a big fan of Van Gogh and Monet. And behind me is a Van Gogh that he bought. Aren't the colours striking? Here we have an interesting mythological creature, half woman, half horse, very typical of Rodin's style. This room is full of lovely sculptures of hands. Let me try. I can't even do it with my hands, so I don't know how Rodin managed to sculpt it. He's very talented. This corner room of the museum houses long columns with sculptures on top, and one of the nice things is if you look behind you can see straight into the garden. It's November the 5th, and even at this time of year there's still some beautiful blossoming flowers. One of the lovely things about this time of year are the leaves creating a lovely ambience around the bronze sculptures. You can see how stunning the architecture of the museum behind me is, and in the past it's been used many times for hosting fashion shows. There's plenty of places to relax around the pond, and if you take a seat, there's a lovely view of the museum, the statues, and the golden dome under which Napoleon is buried. With its elaborate design and beautiful balconies, this is the perfect place for Rodin's sculptures. So what was the inspiration behind the renovations and the redevelopment?
Well, the first thing was to find again the spirit of the hotel. The display is organized on the chronology of the life of Rodin, but with themes, special themes during the progress of the visitor. So, for example, here the youth and formation, and after you will find, for example, the Gates of Hell, a special room, the Burghers of Calais, a special room. There's a room reorganized as in Lifetime Rodin, with the same furniture, same organization, because we had a lot of photographies for that room, so it was important for me to give an idea of how Rodin showed his own works with his own collections.
Yeah, definitely.
And upstairs there are, for example, a room upon the aesthetic relation between him and the painter Carrière, a room too upon his taste for antiquity and his relation with antiquity and his aesthetic.
Okay, there's a lot to discover, lots of
Yes,
rooms.
lots, more than 600 works.
Wow, okay, excellent. Look forward to it. The piece behind me is called The Gates of Hell. Quite unlike our experience in the museum, which was rather heavenly. You just need to come and see for yourself.